Hello coding mortals. Before we start learning any programming language, it's wise to talk about a brief history of computer and computer programming language so that we understand the current scenario of computer programming. We all know that a computer is a machine which computes and calculates inputs and gives us some output. But in 16th century, the term computer is used for humans who calculates, just like an actor who does acting. So, let's see in timeline when and how computer programming is evolved to its current state. In 1822, Charles Babbage, also known as father of computers, came up with a concept called mechanical computers. With him, a lady named Ada Lovelace created first language of computers. Moving forward in time, in 1936, Alan Turing invented a Turing machine, which decrypts message during the Second World War. That's where we got the first definition of computer, where computer will be a machine which takes inputs, processes it, and gives us some output. Not too far in late 1940s, it was very difficult to interact with mechanical computers. So we came up with a new concept called electronic computers. With electronic computers, we need a common language between humans and machines to interact. Electronic computers understands machine language, which consists zeros and ones. Thus later, assembly language was created. We have too many limitations with assembly language. So, high-level programming language era started. During this era, new languages came forth such as Autocode, Flowmetric, IPL. But languages that gained fame are Fortran for formula translation, Lisp, and COBOL for business purposes. Moving forward in time, expansion of specialized language and more general languages were created, such as APL, A programming language, Basics, business all-purpose symbolic instruction code. Famous names were Simula and BCPL. These all languages are very difficult to understand, read and write. So Pascal is created for teaching purpose. By now everything was good. In 1970s, we have an OS called Unix, built in assembly language. Later, two guys named Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson decided to rewrite this OS in higher level language. By this time, we have many options in computer language, but all these languages are not sufficient to write an OS. Thus, a new language is born called C language, the most complete language we know today. It is also known as mother of computers. We also got structured query language SQL in this era. We don't stop here. We deal with objects in real life. To conceptualize object in C is not possible. Thus, two more languages came forth, Objective-C and C++. Both derived from C, implementing object concepts. During 1987, everyone was using Unix. So to create reports, a new language was created called Perl. We can do that in C language, but they choose to create new language called Perl to do the reports. Until now, everything was okay. We reached in 1991. Everything was good in programming, but there was no fun in programming. So Python was born, which was easy and fun to learn. In 1994, PHP was developed to create dynamic websites. In 1995, Sun Microsystems developed Java. It was intended to let application developer write once and run anywhere. During the same time, a client-side scripting language was developed that runs on client machine, known as LiveScript or MKScript. But it wasn't famous. By this time, Java was a very famous language. Sun Microsystems gave a trademark to LiveScript and they changed their name from LiveScript to JavaScript, and that's how we got JavaScript. Now we are in 1997. Microsoft wants to buy Java because of its popularity and capabilities, but Sun refused it. So Microsoft decided to create their own language, which was copied entirely from Java by 2000. Before this, Microsoft already owns VB and ASP. Later, .NET Framework came and we got C#.NET, VB.NET and ASP.NET. By this time, the industry is changing by internet and the tremendous amount of data produced by big companies like Google and Facebook. So, new language came for handling this type of data named Scala in 2003. Later in 2009, Google introduced a new language named Golang or Go, which was intended to create much powerful language with simplified C++ features. Later in 2011, JetBrains introduced Kotlin, which is now an official language to create Android apps. In 2003, Google introduced one more general purpose language named Dart, intended to replace JavaScript in web. We are now in 2014. Apple switched their base language from Objective-C to a new language called Swift, which is used to create iOS and macOS applications. With this, our journey continues and it's still not over. Evolution of future computer language is bright. Till now we have 10,000 plus languages and we are still counting. So tell us in comment how many of these languages do you know about, and also tell me which language I have missed. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Like and share if you found this content valuable. Bye bye, see you next time.